Welcome to the Pikes Peak Library District's Law Collection's informational video on using Westlaw, practical law. Practical law is almost like a database within a database. And in it, you will find standard documents, checklists, how-to guides, legal updates, and more. So it can be quite useful if you're trying to draft a document or want to see and compare laws from different jurisdictions on a topic area, as well as many other things. So let's take a look at how to get into practical law. So if you're on the Westlaw homepage, there are a few different ways that you can get into practical law. You can click right here to get into practical law. You can also click right here to get into practical law. And also where the logo is, if you click on this little down arrow, a menu pops up, and you can also click here to get into practical law. So now it has switched over. If at any time I want to get back into regular Westlaw, all I have to do is click that arrow next to the logo, and then I can hop back into the other database. Now, just to give you a quick tour of this home page, you can search up here. So that is an option. You can also browse by practice area. You can also take a look at different sectors. You can go into the specific resource types, or you can also go into a specific jurisdiction. Let me go back to the main one. Then there are a few resources listed below here. So if you're looking to start up a small business, you'd probably want to take a look at this page. Let's just click through to see what is in here. And so here you have all these different topic areas where you can find information and resources. You could also go into resource types. So if you wanted to find a standard document for something, or just even a clause or checklists of what to do. And then you can also go into the jurisdictions as well. I'm going to go back to the home page. Also, if you scroll down, this is for small law firms, but there are a lot of good small business resources available in here, especially some of these document templates I think would work for a number of different business types. So let's just go into one of these practice areas just so you kind of get a sense of how they're laid out. So I'm just going to pull up labor and employment. And here you can look at contracts and all these different topic areas as well. So if you're interested in policies and procedures, or how to do a contract, what's appropriate for leave law, or wages and hours laws. So all of those things are laid out for you here. And then again, you have the resource types, so you can look at those different types of resources. So if you're looking for a particular document to use, you could find that in there. And then, so now once I'm in one of these specific areas, you'll see the search bar here. If I do any searching right now, it's just going to search what's available under labor employment. If I go back to home, now it's searching everything again. So anytime you drill down into one of these, notice that your search bar will change. So you'll get fewer results than if you just run a search here. So let's demonstrate a search though. So I'm just going to search for claims and elements fraud. And then when you get onto this page, I have quite a few results, so more than I could feasibly look through. But looking at the results, it'll kind of tell you what document type it is here, if it's a standard document or if it's practice notes or something else. I'll also tell you the jurisdiction that applies here. So this one is in federal jurisdiction. And you may find as you go through the list ones for specific states. Over on the left-hand side, though, you can narrow this down. So if I was only interested in documents, I could just click on that and it'd narrow it down. Or if I only wanted to see the practice notes, I could narrow it down that way as well. I could also narrow it down by practice area. So let's say I'm really only interested in litigation, right? I want to know like what claims and elements do you need in a lawsuit to prove fraud? So I could narrow it down that way. And then let's say I'm really only interested in these practice notes overview. And so that has narrowed it again even more for me. So that way you can kind of get a results list that's really, you know, all that you need. And then if we click into one of these, okay, this little maintain just lets me know that the information in this document is up to date. And then it has the table of contents over here. So I could always scroll through if there's a specific area I'm interested in. Any laws that are cited are going to be hyperlinked. So then you can look at those, as well as it'll give you definitions as well. So that can be helpful too. And here, any case that also gets cited, that's also going to be hyperlinked. And then if you want, you can always email this to yourself, print it out, or download it if you wish to do that. All of the documents you're able to pull out of the database that way, as well as results lists as well. So this is just a really quick overview of how to use practical law and some of the resources available. But if you have more questions, please feel free to reach out to the library and we'd be happy to go over this in more detail with you. Thank you.